Welcome to Nancy in France, everyone. You are joining us today on a road trip, which shall bring us to not one but two countries none of us has ever visited before. After our plans for the summer changed kind of last minute, we decided to make the most of our 7 weeks holidays and combined what was still possible from our original adventure with something completely new. We are currently on our way to Luxembourg, a small country tucked between Belgium, France and Germany. And while it might be one of Europe's smallest countries, it turns out there is quite a lot to discover. Luxembourg is tiny compared with its neighbors, but it has a rather interesting position in Europe. It's one of the founding members of what eventually became the European Union, and today Luxembourg is one of the EU's major institutional centers. But we will get to that later. For now, we are excited to test our new tent, which will fit the 5 of us more comfortably. Hello from a new country. We are in Luxembourg and just set up camp here. Let's see what we're gonna explore. After setting up camp, we head into Luxembourg City. We get off the bus near the Parliament building and the Frau monument on the Place de la Constitution immediately catches our eyes. We admire the view of the Petrus Valley whilst the kids spot the merry-go-round. Luxembourg has a unique topography, with rivers running through deep valleys, creating a city built on 2 levels. Many bridges and viaducts connect places and people. Here you see the Adolf Bridge, an iconic landmark which was constructed between 1900 and 1903. It attracted a lot of attention because it was said to be the biggest stone arch bridge in the world at that time. My first impression is that the city feels much livelier than I expected. There are people everywhere. Cafes are busy, music is playing. We find ourselves at the Place d'Armes, right in the heart of the Old Town. We sit down whilst some live music is played and end up ordering dinner as we watch people go by. A very relaxing first evening in this new country. Hello from Luxembourg. It's day 2 for us here. And yesterday we just had a stroll through the old town
It's very pleasant, and all the public transport is actually free in the entire country of Luxembourg. So we took the bus to town, and now as it's quite hot, we're gonna first try and do our shopping, grocery shopping, and then again head to the Old Town. There is also a lot of these water fountains, and just generally the infrastructure is really good. So we go and see what we discovered today, and you can come along.
We passed the Stade de Luxembourg, the national football stadium, which was opened in 2021. Today is a really hot day. The kind of hot where walking around the city starts to feel less like sightseeing and more like endurance training. So we make a tactical decision and end up spending most of the day in the shopping center Cloche d'Or. Air conditioning, cold drinks, a little bit of wandering around. Eventually we head back to the campsite where we prepare dinner.
A new day in Luxembourg. We tried to find a 60-meter high elevator where there is also apparently a glass platform, viewing platform. Let's see, might be a challenge for me. I don't like heights.
Once we get off the bus, we walk through a beautiful park. Green spaces take up almost half of Luxembourg City. 22,000 trees provide cool shade and clean the air, which is much appreciated, especially on a hot summer day. Our first stop is the Panoramic elevator in Pfaffenthal. The city is built across a dramatic landscape. There are deep valleys cutting through the city, with the Old Town sitting high above them. The elevator connects the upper part of the city with the Pfaffenthal valley below. The elevator is free, even accessible with bikes, and a good attraction when you're traveling with children. You get this beautiful view over the valley as you descend, and suddenly the city feels completely different from what we saw yesterday. Down here we follow the Alzette. The river winds through the valley beneath the old city. And again, I really like seeing this other side of Luxembourg. Up above there are grand buildings, squares and European institutions. Down here it feels almost rural. Water, trees old stone walls, and a very different pace. We admired a rather new bronze statue by local artist Minnie Ollinger. The statue shows a young boy, a water carrier, with 2 buckets and a girl. It honors the historical working class residents and traditional trades, such as water carriers, who hold water from the Alzette river up to the high city for the rich. We passed the castle bridge, which connects the historic upper city with the Kirchberg side. Luxembourg is full of these little reminders that the city was built around its landscape. There are bridges everywhere, valleys, fortifications, steep paths, and viewpoints that suddenly open up when you least expect them. We walk along the Wenzel Wall, which was once 875 meters long and equipped with 37 towers and 15 gates. Along here you get to experience the 1,000-year-old history of the city. The wall is named in memory of Wenzel II, the Duke of Luxembourg between 1383 and 1419. During his reign, part of the third ring wall, the so-called Wenzel Wall, was built to protect the residents of the valley. Pass through St. John's Church, and as it is pretty hot, we crave a break and a cold drink. We find ourselves at the cafe of the National Museum of Natural History. It almost immediately leads to the question, can we go inside? And because this is a family holiday and everyone has a say, we decide to visit. And actually, I'm really glad we do. The museum turns out to be a fantastic place to spend a few hours. There are animals, fossils, minerals, and all kinds of natural history. It's exactly the kind of museum that works well with kids because there is plenty to look at and discover. I think this is something I increasingly appreciate when traveling with our kids. The best places aren't necessarily the ones that are famous. They are the ones where everybody finds something that interests them. And here, we all do. later in the afternoon we head back outside. We first explore Grund and then walk along the Corniche. It's sometimes called the most beautiful balcony in Europe. And looking out over the Alzette valley, I can understand why. From up here you get this incredible view across the old city and the lower parts of Luxembourg. It's one of those moments where you realize just how much is packed into this relatively small city. We also passed the Grand Ducal Palace, the official residence of the royal family. If the national flag of Luxembourg is flying, you know that the Grand Duke is present. For our last day, we are exploring yet another side of Luxembourg. This part of the city feels quite different again. There is a lot of construction work going on. We are heading towards the European institutions. Luxembourg is one of the 3 official seats of the institutions of the European Union, alongside Brussels and Strasbourg. The European Court of Justice is here. The European Investment Bank is here. And several other important European institutions have their home in Luxembourg. We first passed the European Court of Justice and discovered the multilingual garden. Luxembourg itself is famously multilingual. The country has 3 official languages: Luxembourgish, French and German, and you will hear all 3 used in everyday life. Add the huge international population and the European institutions, and you get a place where languages are very much part of everyday life. For our kids, this becomes another little lesson in how different countries and cultures can coexist in one tiny place. A concept that, being from Switzerland, where we have 4 official languages, is not entirely new to them. Get to enter the European Parliament. The whole thing feels quite official with security checks, ID scans and visitor badges. Once we are inside, we discover an exhibition about democracy. We end up spending considerably more time here than I had expected. Traveling can be an opportunity to teach children things without sitting them down for a lesson. They see different countries, different languages, different ways of living. And here they get to see a little bit of how European democracy works. It's not necessarily the most obvious holiday attraction, but I think it's one we will all remember. So we are all packed up here in Luxembourg. Bye bye tent ground. Here we stayed. And now we're good to go. We're going to drive towards Belgium, to the east of Belgium. And just like that, our little Luxembourg adventure comes to an end. None of this was in my original itinerary. There was no Luxembourg chapter in the Excel spreadsheet. We came here because our original adventure had to change. But instead of seeing that as the end of our summer adventure, we decided to treat it as an invitation to try something different. And Luxembourg turned out to be a pretty wonderful detour. A new country for all 5 of us. A lively city, rivers and valleys, museums, European institutions, a lot of walking. The original dream may have crashed. But somewhere along the way we stopped thinking about what we had lost and started enjoying what we had found instead. And maybe that's what this summer is really teaching us. You don't always get to choose the route, but you can still choose to enjoy the journey. And there is more of that journey still to come. Because next we are heading on to Belgium. And I have a feeling we are going to find a few more unexpected adventures there.